Hey everybody. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you. It's Noni Walker and I am live Friday, 11 o'clock for Live Free TV with Noni. So if you all don't mind, I would like to wait for a moment to see about how many people are going to join me today, because again, this is not just about me sitting here talking to you, but it's about interaction. I'd like this to be an interactive show, so we'll just wait for a few minutes, maybe 1 minute, for people to join me. Hello. If you are joining me, go ahead and send me a chat. I hope I'm still here. Okay. Send me a chat and let me know that you are here. Let me know that you're here. Hello. Send me a comment. Let me know that you're here. Trying to see, how do I see the comment? Okay. Hi there. If you're joining me for Live Free TV, please send me a comment. Say hello. Good morning. Hello out there. I see some people are joining, and just give me your name. Say hello. Give me a shout out. Roll call. Hey, Brian, what's up? Thank you. Okay, I see some more people are joining. Go ahead and say hi. Send a chat out to the universe and tell me good morning. Say hello. All right, so it's 11:02. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's episode of Live Free TV with Noni. Good morning, Omatola. Thank you. With Live Free TV with Noni. I can finally say it without having to dance, but maybe I'll say that later. So, as you join me every Wednesday on Periscope and every Friday on Facebook Live, hi Michael, I would like to give you the two principles to this show. No matter where you catch me, on which social media network, there's really always going to be two principles to every single episode that I bring you. Number one, no matter what it is that we are talking about, it is always for the purpose of bringing you to your own truth, to your own self, to helping you understand your own power and how to empower you. Now, whether that is for you, only yourself, or if you believe in a higher power, how do you bring that power through you to live your best life? So that's number one, the very first principle of this show. And the second principle of this show that you'll find in every single episode is that whatever we're talking about usually has to do with the three aspects of life that I tend to focus on: physical, mental, and spiritual. Why? Why aren't I here only talking about how to eat well every single time? Because the physical aspect of life is not the only aspect. It is connected to the mental. It is connected to the spiritual. And without realizing that connection, then 9 times out of 10, we're going to end up seeing parts of ourselves, parts of our lives in which we are suffering because we're forgetting the connection between spiritual, mental, and physical. So those are the two principles of this show, and that's what you will find with me every Wednesday and every Friday. I want to remind all of those that are here with me right now, this is interactive. So even if I'm in the middle of saying something, if you have a comment or a question, please feel free to type it. I can see the comments here, and I also have it pulled up on my computer. All right, so it's Friday, and not only is it Friday, but we're getting ready for a 3-day weekend, right? Labor Day weekend. And it's exciting, it's fun. Many of you are probably at work for only another hour because you're going to get off early. Some of you may be getting ready to travel for the weekend. Some of you may be getting ready to just rest all weekend long. Or if you're like me and you're living in Atlanta, you're getting ready for all of the house events that are going on in this city. And you're getting ready to party, getting ready to dance, getting ready to see some friends. But, so the topic of this show is related to exactly where we are right now in this 3-day weekend. As you prepare for this long weekend, okay, as you prepare, you may be saying to yourself, I got to get ready for this weekend. I have a lot of things I need to do. And you may be feeling that you have a conflict between what you really want to do and what you think you should be doing. And this is not only just for this weekend, but this is for every day of your life, every week of your life, or whether you're just looking at your life as a whole. What we tend to end up doing is creating these lists. We create these, this is what I really, really, really want to do for this day. But over here, this is what I should be doing. I know I should be doing this. I need to do this. I have to do this. And as I think about, as always, what are the things that cause people the most stress? What are the things that cause people to fail or to, I don't want to say the word fail, but to decrease on their goals when it comes to getting healthy in the mind, body, and spirit? And I believe that a lot of it has to do with, a lot of this stress is caused by thinking about the things that we really, really want to do, and then on the other side, the things that we should be doing. It causes a lot of stress. It causes a lot of suffering. I'm guilty of it too. And if you feel that you are guilty of that by looking at things that you really want to do versus the things that you think you should be doing, go ahead and send me a message right now. Do you find yourself in that position? I mentioned that I would say 3 things we'll see on the show, and I only said 2. Okay, Kevin, I was saying the first is that that this show is always about bringing you to your truth. And then the second deals with the 3 principles: physical, mental, and spiritual. Okay, that's what I was talking about. All right, so anyone that's here on the show, do you find yourself going between what you think you want to do and then what you should be doing? Do you do that on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or do you find that you're doing that like in all of life? Go ahead and talk to me here. Interaction. Good morning, Julian. Okay, so maybe you just want to listen and you don't want to make any comments. That's fine, because again, you can make comments as you listen to this later on Facebook. You're welcome, Kevin. Okay, so as always, yes, Omatola, right now, you're looking at, this is what I really want to be doing, but then this is what I should be doing. Well, today's episode is about our perception of the things that we want and the things that we think that we should be doing. Now, right now, here we go, interaction. Get out a piece of paper, okay, a notepad, a Post-it note, wherever you are, and I want you to write down on your list 3 things that you really want to do, let's say for the next week. 3 things that you really would love to do, like no holds barred. What do you really want to do? And of course, I mean things that are legal and that won't hurt anybody else, okay? On the right side, things that you want to do, and on the left side, things that you should do, things that you think you have to do, okay? Things that you think you need to do. So 3 things on the want side and 3 things on the should, need, or have to side, okay? So go ahead and shout me out once you've started your list. You might even be thinking more through it as I keep talking, but let me know if you've made your list, if you're making your list right now. 3 things over the next week you think you have to do, and 3 things that you really want to do. It also could be that my connection may be slow and I get your comments later. Okay, so you're looking at your list. And again, I'm saying that I think what I find in life with the clients that I have and with the wellness coaching that I do and just a common everyday conversation is that it is our perception of the things that we want to do and the things that we think that we should be doing that end up causing us the most stress. And so today's episode is to give you 2 main ways to look at your list to have it end up being less stressful in your life, okay? So, looking at the things that you want to do, the things that you think you should be doing. Number 1, when you're looking at your list, let's say that on your list for the next week is to make more money, right? But on the side that says what you should be doing says, I've got to go to work. I have to go to work, right? So you have a very clear picture of something that you want, and then on the other side, something that you feel is a clear picture on something you have to do. Well, the first tip for looking at your list, the wants versus the shoulds, is to realize that there is always a solution to get you from the should side to the want side, okay? If you feel that one of your goals for the next week is to make more money, but you are limiting yourself to that the only solution in how to do that is to go to the one job, the 9 to 5, doesn't that automatically cause stress? It sure does. It sure does, because you end up feeling almost like trapped, like I have to do this one thing in order to get to my one goal. Well, let's shift perception. There is always a solution, and because there's always a solution to every problem, that naturally means that there's always more than one way to get something done. I tell my own children this all the time. Okay, you presented me with a problem, and you think that because this is the only solution, it's stressing you out. Step back and think, are there more than one solutions to get you to the end goal? Okay, here's another example. I want to look good. I want to look good in my body. I want to feel good. I want to be in shape. Roll eyes, but I need to go to the gym. Okay, how long does that rolling of the eyes and of the neck and I have to get to the gym, I need to get to the gym in order to look good, how long does that actually stay on your list? For many of us, it stays on our list for a long time. Well, why is that? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go to the gym. Maybe it's that you realize taking 2 hours out of your day is a pain in the butt. You come home from work, change your clothes, get in the car, drive to the gym, work out for an hour, hour and a half, cool down, get your water, get in the car, drive back home, take a shower, and then get ready for dinner, homework, or whatever it is you have to do at home. So because you think that if your goal is, I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want to look good in my body, physically, that your only solution is to go to the gym, it causes stress. And so, as always in this show, I'm just here to offer practical tips that you might want to take into your life. And for this in particular is to realize that because there's always a solution to the goal that you want to achieve, there's always more than one way to achieve that goal. Maybe when you say, I want to lose weight, I want to look good, I want to exercise, it doesn't have to mean only going to the gym. Maybe you dance around the kitchen, when you first get home. Maybe you get home, you take a walk outside. Maybe you just do some sit-ups while you're watching television. Maybe as you're at your desk at work, you push your chair back and stand up and down a couple of times. So right there, I've named 3-4 different things to get to that same goal that ends up causing less stress, because you can add variety in the solutions that you're providing yourself. So, do you all see where I'm going with this? That in looking at your list of things that you really want to do, and then looking at the things that you think you should be doing, that you are actually limiting yourself by believing that there's only one solution to the goal that you want to achieve. All right. The second thing, and when you're looking at this list, a second way. Okay, here, Kevin's giving me some more examples, that you have some spiritual goals, you have some healthcare needs, you got to pay bills, things that you want to do. You want to do fun things with the family, you want to continue to work towards doing some good for others, and you want to complete your goals and errands for the week. Well, if you're taking into account or taking into consideration what I'm offering, there is the list of things that you want to do. But if you look at it that, okay, the things that I want to do, and over here the things I think I should be doing, there's actually more than one way to do those things. And if I can find more than one way to do those things, perhaps I can get to my goal of what I want to do quicker, easier, and a lot happier. So let's move on to the second point. The second point, if you've made your list right now of the things that you want to do and the things that you think you have to do, looking at on the side of what you think you should be doing, I would venture to say 50 to 75% of those things are based on beliefs that you have acquired over time, usually from someone else, from society, from a group, from just something outside of yourself. Now, I love this topic and I go into it a lot in my book about our belief systems and how sometimes by continuing on day after day, week after week, year after year, feeding into these beliefs that you have can cause great suffering. Whereas if you make a choice to change those beliefs, you can actually decrease your suffering, decrease your stress, and move forward in a more joyful way. So here is, okay, Julian, I'm going to come back to your question. Here's an example of that, okay? I really want to go out and go to the movies by myself tonight. I want to go and spend some time alone. I need some time alone. Let's say that you're a single person. So that's on your list of what you want to do. But over here on the should be doing, it is, well, I'm getting kind of up there. I don't need to be wasting no more time by myself. I need to be out there trying to find a spouse. I need to be out there trying to find a significant other, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. So forget trying to spend time on my own. Let me sit here and focus all of my time on how to get a significant other or find a spouse, because I've been made to believe that by a certain age I should be married, or by a certain age I should have kids. Okay? Can you see how something as basic as I want to spend more time by myself can get shifted from this idea of things that we think we should be doing? And therefore we end up denying the things that we want to do based on the things that we think we should be doing. Let's think of another example of how many times half of your list is based on beliefs that you've gotten from outside sources. Can anyone else think of an example? Okay, so let's say that it is, I really want to, I was going to say lose weight, but we've kind of already talked about that. I'll think of another example. Maybe it's this. I need to take the job. Okay, I want to make more money and I want to be successful. So I think that I have to take a job, okay, that I really don't like, but I'll make a lot of money because I'm trying to get to this goal over here of looking successful. I want to appear successful, okay? This can be, again, based on what the media, right, Kevin, what the media and what society tells us. That being successful means that you have to make a lot of money. Well, if you really go back in tune with yourself and analyze that belief, is that truly your belief? Is it truly your belief that in order to be successful, that only means make a lot of money? So if you're going forward with that belief that society is telling you, that the media is telling you, that success looks like the big house, the nice car, a lot of money in the bank, but at the end of the day, you overexert yourself, you're stressed out, you take a job that you don't like, or you juggle a lot of entrepreneurial ventures that you don't really enjoy in order to get to this picture of success. Whereas maybe it is that you really want to be gardening. Maybe you want to be, juicing, even giving Julian's example. Maybe you want to be spending more time in the community, but you decrease the things that you want to do in order to get to this idea and this belief of what you think you should be doing. Are you all seeing the connection here? It's really, it's simple, but at the same time, it's not necessarily easy to digest. So what I'd like for you to do is to reflect on this video throughout the weekend, right? Yeah, we're gonna all be going out. We're going to, that's right, Omatola. We're gonna be going out, we're gonna be resting, we're gonna be traveling, we're gonna be doing all these things. But I encourage you to take at least a good hour of this weekend before you start grilling, before you start doing everything else. Look at this list, either that you create on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or just for your life in general. Look at the things that you really feel that you want to be doing. And again, legal, that won't hurt anybody else. The things that you want to be doing versus the things that you should be doing. And analyze, number one, am I looking at what I want to do and only creating one solution to get there? And is that causing me stress? Can I shift my perception to understand that there's more than one way to reach a goal? There's always a solution and there's more than one way. The second thing I want you to look at in your list is, are the things on my should do side, are they really based on a belief that my friends have shared with me? A belief, as Omatola says, that your family feeds you? A belief that society is feeding you? Is this based on that? Am I really overdoing it in whatever category of my life because I'm trying to fulfill someone else's beliefs? Okay? So that's your homework for the weekend. That's your that is the feedback also that I would love to hear from you. You can come back to the page, add some comments as you do your reflection, as you do your analysis, and let me know what you really came up with. I'll share a little bit about me personally. So let's see. I got a couple of them. I think we all do when we're ready to admit it. Okay, there's a way that I really used to be. I used to make my list of goals based on what I thought everybody wanted to see of me. Okay, I have wonderful parents. I'm from a wonderful community. I love the community that I grew up in, which is Stuart, Florida, and then you got Fort Pierce on down to Palm Beach. And I used to be like Little Miss Perfectionist. And so I would create these goals for myself, not based on what I really wanted to do, but I would create these goals based on what I thought the community would want to see from me, based on what I thought my parents would want to see. And let me tell you how long that lasted. I got all the way to college. I told everybody in the world I was going to be a thoracic surgeon because I thought that sounded good, it looked good, it felt good to get all that adoration from this goal. But I really did not want to go to medical school. And in the end, from not being aware at a younger age of how to look at my life and look at what do you want to do and what you think you should be doing, by not really understanding that process, I don't regret anything. I didn't waste any time, but I ended up getting all the way until graduation. I did not study for the test to get into medical school. I did not do well on the MCAT, and therefore I never got into medical school. And so after a period of just like trying to tell the truth, I ended up pursuing my graduate degree in public health, loving every day and every minute of it. And I have since loved my entire career and now starting my own business back in 2011. So that's my own personal example of how the wants versus the shoulds and how it can create so much suffering and stress, not only in your life, but in the lives of those that are around you. Okay, I'm looking at my notes. I had a third one for today about how to look at your life, but I think I'm going to save that one for another show, because even just in thinking about it, it got so deep. I said, nah, they ain't ready. But the third thing was that when you're looking at your list, when you deny yourself of the pure and good things that you want to do, that in essence, you're actually denying God. Woo! Allah, Olodumare, the all, the source, the one, everything, whatever the name that you want to call it. That was the third point I was going to bring you today, but that's going to be that's going to be a whole show on its own. Denying yourself is denying God. So we'll come back to that. Maybe we'll do that on next Wednesday. All right. So I hope that you've gotten something out of today. And again, as you prepare for the weekend, you're getting ready to go through what do you really want to do and what you think you should be doing. Analyze it using these 2 points. Give me some feedback, give yourself some feedback, and as always, look to bring more joy in your life, more reasons to celebrate. As Stephen Potts says, finding your purpose in order to find your joy. And Omatola is saying we subconsciously give into our beliefs. We do. We subconsciously do it. Therefore, on a conscious level, we've got to practice as much as possible disciplining ourselves to understand, am I going on autopilot, or can I bring myself in and really analyze what I'm doing on a daily, weekly, and yearly basis? Stephen, you're welcome. You said great message. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that's on today and everyone who will see this later. I've had extremely good feedback from this show. Maybe there'll be a producer out there and wants to give me my own show on live television. Who knows? But until then, I'm just creating my own thing. But thanks for everybody's feedback and everybody's comments. And I will see you on Wednesday on Periscope. Again, completely different show. Wednesday on Periscope at 11, and then next Friday at 11. We're done. Less than 30 minutes. It's awesome. Okay, everybody, great seeing you. And until next time, live well.